What's up, guys? ClutchFan37 here doing a video to show you some custom pockets I've been working on, things like that. So long story short, as many of you know, I've been selling pre-strung heads on my website, and I feel like they used to be mesh and now they're slowly moving to traditional, and one thing I definitely want to do is start doing more traditionals than I do mesh, just because you have people out there in the YouTube community and lacrosse community such as Mainly Mesh. You have Sam and Chris over there, Greg from East Coast Dyes, Joe from Throne, Chris from Throne. All these people who make these videos of special ways to string mesh pockets. They have replica pockets. And nowadays, it's super easy to go onto YouTube, type in a special type of pocket, and find hundreds of different ways to string a pocket on a certain head. And traditional pockets, they do have the trady tree now, which is a very cool invention. I'll give my 2 cents on that. But at the same time, it's not the same as having a hand-strung pocket, or one that's, I guess, just kind of freeballed or done by hand that's not using a tool. And I think that's a lot more special than using a tool. Granted, I think the trady tree is an awesome product, and I think most people should get one. I personally won't, just because I like to string my traditional pockets the way I do. And having a hand-strung traditional pocket, I feel, is a lot more personal and a little easier to tweak than having one that's almost done by a tool and a hand. So with that being said, I do have a bunch of traditional pockets up on my website as of now, and I do have them all on sale. They're all $80 to $90, which is fantastic for an unstrung or a brand new head that has a custom string on it. So to start off, got the Volt CEO, probably one of my favorites I've ever done. It's got a nylon 2-straight, all white 6-time traditional pocket, mid to mid-low pocket, lots of hold, fair amount of whip, so it's good for a passer or a shooter. So that's on the website. The brown leather Superpower, same thing, 6-time traditional, nylon 2-straight. This just kind of has an old school look with the brown leathers as opposed to using white or colored leathers, so I think that's always sweet to have. Next, something new that I added to the website is a 7-diamond traditional all-white Superpower. This is good for feeders and dodgers, just because it has a lot of hold and very smooth release and not a whole lot of whip to it. So great for a feeder, great for someone who likes to dodge, maybe even an attackman who just dodges and dips and ducks on the crease and doesn't take too many outside shots. So that's a good one. Up next is the Warrior Rabel 2X. Same thing, just 6-diamond traditional pocket, nylon 2-straight, mid to mid-low pocket. Lots of hold, fair amount of whip, good for a shooter. Yeah. One new one that I added to the website that I haven't done a video on yet is the Warrior Evo 4X with a brown leather traditional pocket. This head, since it's super wide as opposed to the average NCAA legal head or a universal legal head, putting a traditional in it just kind of helps with the hold and things like that. So that's up on the website as well. And then 2 or 3 custom pockets I've done that are not your basic 6-diamond traditionals are, one, I did a Trad X on a Rabel 2X head. All it has is the middle part is just kind of Trad X. Gets the name because it makes an X right about here and here. It's also a symmetrical traditional pocket as opposed to being a 6-diamond traditional where it's asymmetrical. So that's pretty cool, pretty nifty. This thing's an absolute cannon. Has a decent amount of whip, a lot of hold. Great for an outside shooter, even a midi who likes to shoot on the run. Pretty good. Next are 2 kind of special ones. This is probably going to be my personal traditional pocket. I do have it up on the website in case anyone's interested in it, because it's not too hard to recreate something for myself, but I figured put it up on the website, see if anyone's interested, and if no one buys within a week or so, I'll keep it for myself. But it's an Optic U strung with a red and white traditional pocket, white leathers, red cross lace, 1 nylon 2-straight. It's just the way I like it. Lots of hold, a good amount of snap, and a lot of whip to it. So pretty good for any attackman out there who like the same playing style I do, which is dodging and kind of dunking on the crease as well as taking a lot of outside shots. So could be my personal one if no one buys it, but if someone does, not that big a deal for me to go back to wherever I got it from and buy another one, string it up. And then lastly, this one is not for sale for a couple reasons. One, it's a Rocket Pocket variant. I say that because it's not a legit Rocket Pocket. It's fairly close, at least in my opinion. Doesn't have as many connecting parts right here. Also doesn't have the top coil. And I think overall this is a bit better. That's just me personally. I think Rocket Pockets are great. But I don't plan on selling any pockets like this just because, one, out of respect for Rocket Pocket, because they've been doing it for years and years, and they pretty much, or Flip, I don't know how to pronounce his last name, invented the Rocket Pocket, so I don't want to take something from him and sell it. Also, I don't know if it's illegal to sell since it is a patent pocket, and this is fairly close to it to where if some kid who doesn't know a huge difference between traditionals and rocket pockets picked it up, they would assume it's a rocket pocket. So it just needs a little bit more tweaking. Right now it just has 2 nylons up in it, navy blue center track, white on the outside. I'm thinking about giving this as a present to my stepdad or someone, not too sure just yet. Pretty much just wanted to string it up and have fun with it. So that's an Razor X. So that one's definitely not for sale, just kind of for fun. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. I do plan on doing a lot of tutorials, a lot of things like that once school and lacrosse kind of slows down and I can manage my time a bit better. Another thing that's been going on is our manager for our store is in Japan until this coming Wednesday. So with that, we're also kind of short-staffed. So I've been having to pick up a lot of hours. So the last 2 weeks, my life has been class, work, practice, homework, dinner, bed. So I haven't had a whole lot of time to work on stuff, but I promise you I will. Another thing, 50 cal mesh is back up on the website. This is maybe a 15th of what I have. This is about 15 pieces. I just got to package them up and sell them. Another thing I've been working on is red, white, and blue camo. Kind of goes with a cool header card. So working on some dyed pieces as well, just kind of focusing on white because that's what I use, that's what most of my team use, and that's what most everyone uses is white mesh. But it's always cool to have maybe a backup stick with a colored piece of mesh, or if you're still in high school and you can use colored mesh, still pretty cool. So 50 cal mesh is still available in white. I'll add some color combinations here in a while. I just have over 100 some pieces to do. But like I said, all those traditional heads are on sale on my website there for very cheap. The Rabel 2Xs are, I believe, $90. So that's $20 below retail for just the head itself. So basically, if you want a brand new Rabel 2X and you want to try a traditional pocket, or you just want to get a Rabel 2X for cheap, pick it up from my website, 50calmesh.bigcartel.com. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'm sorry it's kind of a boring video. It's going on 7 minutes now. But I do plan on doing a lot more fun videos. I keep saying that, but time management is something I need to work on, as well as schoolwork, to make sure I can keep my grades up and go from there.